Hello, today I'm going to be teaching you how to use this sewing machine. This is the Husqvarna Prisma 940. This is made in the early 80s, probably around 1982. And this is an example of the first machines that were starting to get computerized. So it uses microcontrollers to control the needle to make these patterns. In the past, those machines used to be completely mechanical. They used to use cams and gears and stuff. This one is one of the early models, at least from Husqvarna, that uses microcontrollers. I bought this machine this summer and it was in a seemingly good condition. But since I don't have a place for it at home, I decided to put it here at Bitraf and let people use it for several reasons. One of them is because our sewing machines here are not very good. The machine was in a very good condition, but I had to do some modification and some fixes. One of them was changing the lights to be LED lights, so it doesn't produce a lot of heat while using. Also, some of the electronic components were old, and the first time we used it, one of the capacitors, the safety capacitor, exploded, so I ordered some new capacitors and replaced them all. Then a few days ago, the carrying handle and the hand wheel broke. I assume because the old plastic became brittle, so I ended up 3D printing a new handle and also a hand wheel. So let's check how to use this sewing machine. Alright, let's check all the components that come with the machine. First, we have this bag that contains the manual, which you should read to learn everything about the machine, information regarding all the feet, all the settings and everything. So I advise you to read it. Also, it contains the foot pedal, which we're going to connect. The foot pedal comes with two connectors, as you can see here, that connects to the side of the machine here. And obviously the plug goes into the wall. And now, since this is connected to the electricity, when I turn this on, the machine turns on. The machine also has these two compartments, one on here, one on the back. And the whole piece here, the plastic piece that is the compartment, can be pulled out. And let's check its content. So the first compartment here contains the presser feet, different types of presser feet. And here it has a place to put the bobbins. The machine came with some bobbins, but since these are a little bit hard to come by and they started going missing, I decided to keep them for myself and just leave one here, which you can either use it or you can buy your own bobbins or 3D print them. On the other side, it has, this is the old handle wheel. And it has some more tools, some of them for cleaning, like a brush, a screwdriver, and a bunch of more of other tools. As you can see, the official bobbins from Husqvarna come with the logo of Husqvarna here and a marking, like a circle here. And this face should always be facing outward when loading it on the machine. So let's do that. So loading this here, and now as you can see, the thread should go first into this loop here, then goes all the way down through this loop here, then goes around this and down around the bobbin, few turns. And that should be good enough. And now when I press the pedal, this will be loaded. One cool thing about this machine is that you don't need to worry about the bobbin overfilling, because it has this spring-loaded button thing here that when the bobbin fills up, will push, the thread will push on it, and it will turn off the machine automatically. So now, as you can see, we have a bobbin filled perfectly. And to load the bobbin onto the machine, make sure, as you can see, we have, this is the bobbin casing. It has some kind of a lever here. If you press it and pull it out, it will come out very easily. And here, when putting the bobbin inside the case, make sure that the marking is also facing outward. So put this in, and the thread should go through this groove notch thing and under this piece of metal here. And then the thread should go around this. And when you load it into the machine, what you can do here, I don't know if it's visible on the camera, but here there is a piece of plastic that if you pass the thread under it, there is a blade here that will cut the thread perfectly. Then let's close the door and move to threading the machine itself. For threading the machine itself, we're going to start on the back side. The thread should go through this loop here. Then the thread should go under this notch and through one of these, then all the way down and up, and then through this. Then we're going to come back down, and we're going to go through this loop here and then thread the needle itself. Let's pull it a little bit up. All right. Now if I hold this side of the thread and hand crank the machine and pull this up, it's going to pull the thread from the bobbin, and now the machine is ready to be used. Now let's try to sew some random piece of fabric. I'm going to just put it here. This is the lever that will lower the presser foot. And now alright, let's learn about some of the settings that we can check here. First, as you can see here, we have several patterns that you can sew. The most common are here the first few ones. This one is the straight stitch. This is a zigzag stitch, and you can switch between them by pressing this button here. So as you can see, if I press this button, it will switch between 3 and 4. And same here, if I press, this is 5, 6, then 5, 6, and so on. These buttons here, I mean, I don't know how visible these numbers are. Let's put this on zigzag on the 4. You can see this says here 2 and 2. This one is the length of the stitch, how long each stitch is, and this one is the width of the stitch. And since we're doing a zigzag stitch, so basically how far each zig is away from the other zag. So let's check that out. And this is what the pattern will look like. It looks something like this. While if I switch this to, let's say, 4, and now let's try it. As you can see, the length of the stitch is longer. If I put this back to 2, but make the width of the stitch 6, for example. Let's try that. As you can see, now the stitch is wider than the previous ones. Now, before talking about the other stitches, I want you to notice that there are some letters here on the top, and these match the type of foot, presser foot, that should be used with this stitch. So if you can see, for example, let's do one of these stitches, like let's say number 14. As you can see, this says B here, and if we check the foot here, this clearly says A, so I'm going to change to presser foot type B. And to change the presser foot, it's very easy. First, make sure the needle is up above the foot, and then what you can do is just press it down and out. It's spring-loaded and it will come out easily. Then to install the new foot, you can just press it down and back, and it will snap in its place. And now let's set pattern 14 and check some of the settings. As you can see here, the pattern has a part that is white and a part that is blue. And if you can see here, these markings are in white and blue, so this will give you a hint of what's going to happen. So let's check that out. All right, as you can see, the circle is facing toward the left. But now if I select this one, the first one on the top, this will mirror the pattern and we will have the circle on the right. And as you can see here, all right, now the circle is facing right. As you can see, now I selected this one. Now we're going to do the alternating pattern. All right, as you can see, this is alternating one to the right, one to the left. One more thing that might be useful, this button here, which for people who already know how to use a sewing machine should be self-explanatory. So when you sew anything, usually when you want to finish the stitch, you need to press the reverse buttons to do back and forth and just to reinforce the end, and this is the button to do so. This machine also has these functions here for making buttonholes and sewing buttons, but I'm not going to talk about them here in this video. You need to learn them on your own, and you can do so by reading the manual. Also, there is this button here which will disable the thing that I have no idea what it's called, that moves the fabric back and forth. And so if you want to do any freehand stitching, this is how you disable that. Before using the machine, make sure that these two dials, this one and this one, are set to the mark here. This will give you the perfect tension for this machine and for like most of these threads. This can be switched to this setting if you want to do buttonholes, but in most cases it should stay on this setting. So this one will set the tension of the thread on top, while this one will set the height of the presser foot. As you can see when I move it around, I don't know if you can see it. So this usually, for most cases, this should be set on this this setting, unless you're stitching or sewing thicker material, then you can lower the number. And that's basically how you use the machine. When you're done using this machine, please always remove the thread, put it back where it belongs. Always return foot type A. This is the default foot that I want to always be on the machine. So if you change any feet, always return this back. If you're using your own bobbin, please remove it and return this plastic compartment to its place and turn the machine off. Disconnect the machine from the electricity and take this out, and then put the cover back on. When you're done using the machine, please always return the manual to its place and also return the pedal. Close this and put them together somehow. Right, if you ever encounter any problem with the machine, please either contact me through Slack on my name or call my number. Now it's blurred, but you're gonna see it on the machine itself. So have fun using this machine and please take care of it, and happy sewing. Bye bye.